All right, welcome to the Hyde Park Town regular meeting, October 30th, 2023. Please rise call the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
They moved the flag. They moved the flag.
It's over there.
Behind us, Don.
Who did that? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was a joke somebody pulled on us. We go to the preliminary budget, right? I'd like to have a motion to open the public hearing regarding the 2024 preliminary budget.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Any comments?
Would you like me to read this?
Hmm?
Would you like me to read the public hearing notice?
Okay.
Notice of public hearing. Please take notice that the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park will conduct a public hearing on October 30th, 2023 at 6:00 p.m. on the preliminary budget of said town for the fiscal year beginning January 1st, 2024. A copy of said preliminary budget is available at the office of the Town Clerk, Town of Hyde Park, Town Hall, 4383 Albany Post Road, Hyde Park, New York, during the hours of 8:30 a.m. to 4:00 p.m. Monday through Friday, where it may be inspected by any interested individual or person. The proposed salaries for the calendar year 2024 are as follows. Town Supervisor, $43,063. Councilperson, $10,126 each. Town Clerk, $54,000. Superintendent of Highways, $87,426. By order of the Town Board of the Town of Hyde Park, dated October 18th, 2023, Hyde Park, New York, Donna McGrogan, Town Clerk.
I'd like to note that the town supervisor did not take an increase at all. Anyone?
Thank you.
Let me just.
Save some money.
This is Jim.
You see him?
Hold on one sec.
He's to the right. John. It's here.
Oh, he's here.
Isn't that next?
You made a motion to open. You did that.
Yeah, at this public hearing, there's a motion to accept the minutes.
It's on here somewhere. Oh, no, you're right.
Hi, good evening. My name is Mark Campbell. In the past,
Did
our
you
town
state your address first, please? Name and address?
address?
Yes.
All right. So, hello, my name is Mark Campbell. I live in Hyde Park, 1946 Campus Drive. So, in the past, our town received more than $2 million in American Rescue Funds, the COVID relief money provided by the federal government. We filed a public records request in August to find out what happened to that money. What we received were invoices for the receipt of the monies from the feds and photocopies of checks. And not even all the checks and invoices, just the first $1,069,073, which covered the first two payments. I have a copy of what we received for the board. The third payment for an additional $1,069,083 is missing. The federal government says we received the money in July 2022. Where is the money? What happened to it? What fund is it in? Was it spent? If so, for what? Were the mandatory reports filed with the U.S. Treasury that shows where the money was spent? If so, please provide the report and the status of the COVID monies. Failure to file the reports to the U.S. Treasury Department following what happened to the money could conceivably result in the money being required to be sent back to the federal government. Now we know the current administration did not file the mandatory annual update document report with the state. That was due in May 2023, no extensions provided. The answer to another public records request blamed the delay for filing the annual update document on the fact the independent audit wasn't completed. The new date for filing the annual update document has been given as the end of November 2023. Is that when you'll be able to tell us where the missing $1 million is as well? Thank you.
Well, you want to hear an answer? Or are you going to get up and run?
I said thank you, but
Okay.
sure.
You need an answer.
Sure.
Okay. The money's there. It's in the general fund. Not a dime has been spent. We have a plan for it. Now that the state has broadened what we can utilize it for, we are putting the plan together to what we can use it for. The money is not missing. It's not stolen. It's not anywhere but where it belongs to be. It's right where it was originally filed. We filed the additional funds. It's in there.
All right.
If you can read this, then you'll see it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Jake Bernstein, Chaucer Road, Statsburg. That's great that you have a plan. Look forward to seeing that plan. Okay, the 2024 preliminary budget does not provide a cover sheet with a tax rate analysis. It appears by looking inside the budget that the tax rate is flat at $7.18. There is no change from 2023 to 2024. How can residents determine the validity of recent claims that there is a tax decrease in this budget as the calculation to do so is not included, even though that's a standard requirement? The preliminary budget uses $150,000 from the town's savings account, the general fund balance, to bring down the tax rate. Yet we still don't seem to have a completed independent audit for 2022 to properly establish and validate what's in our savings account, the general fund balance. Does the board even know the amount of the fund balance? If we had an independent audit, we might be able to tell. When will the independent audit be completed? The 2024 preliminary budget shows sales tax revenue for 2021 as $667,259. Yet the 2021 independent audit by O'Connor Davies showed the amount to be $2,060,175. The amount is on page 55 of the independent audit. This is $1.4 million discrepancy. What happened to the $1.4 million? And how can the town balance its books if revenue is being significantly underreported? The same thing seems to be happening with the cable franchise fees. The preliminary budget shows the fees for 2021 as $277,852. The independent audit from 2021 had it at $367,901. Now, if we had monthly trial balance reports, the discrepancies would be clear and hopefully rectified. Those monthly balance reports don't seem to be happening. If they are, please make them available to the public tomorrow so we can clear up the apparent discrepancies. I'm here. Al, got anything to say?
I won't talk to you.
Okay.
To be honest with you. I can't talk to somebody that can't tell the truth to a public official. Thank you. Jim, you want to answer him? Don't keep it up either.
Good evening. Can I at least know who the man is? Is this on?
Jake Bernstein.
Hey, just pull it closer to you, Jim. There you go.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. I guess there's a lot of disinformation, misinformation, purposeful lying potentially about the financial situation status of Hyde Park. Not surprised by it. It is how the general MO is. As for the various questions tonight about ARPA funds, they're in the restricted fund that was created by my predecessor. Now we're at 2 million something, and those funds have not been touched or used for anything at this moment. The current board is thinking about what they would like to use it for. Some of the restrictions previously that were made by the Treasury have been released, so it's kind of like a widening criteria that now these funds could be used for. So it was very probably prudent and wise of the board to wait and figure out what we could use the $2+ million for. As for sales tax, etc. The county disperses such tax, our percentage at various times of the year. It comes in. Right now, we just got a recent one, so it hasn't been sort of recorded in a way that works because it just came in, I think it was Monday? No, not Monday, last Wednesday, right? $500,000 or $600,000. Of course, that won't show up until our next kind of monthly reconciliation. They're filed every month with the town clerk, so everyone has access to the monthly expenditures and revenues that we perform. So again, type of conversations about we're not being transparent or we're not doing things is again false. The sales tax is going to change next year on the way that they calculate it. We have a new contract signed with the county, so it'll be interesting to see how that actually impacts what sales tax we receive. So are we being prudent by, labeling it at $1.9 million? I think that that's kind of very careful and, a proper way. You should never overestimate your revenues because that's how you get into, deficit situations potentially with your budget. So I think that we've so far created a very realistic budget, unlike, shall we say, previous years. We don't do budget modifications like was done by the previous administration. When you have to do one in January, when you just made the budget in November, kind of says that you didn't really make a realistic budget or anything that actually works well. We have not been ever had to do things like that because we have a totally different philosophy on what we do here in the finances of Hyde Park. So my office is realistic, and it will stay that way for as long as I'm here. But anything that Mr. Bernstein was talking about is kind of someone who doesn't really know what's going on. Okay? So again, you can get any monthly report from the town clerk, because that's where we file it, and nothing is untoward or improper.
I'd just like to add, as a town board member, I do get monthly reports from the comptroller's office. As a resident, 24 years, I never, well, I guess it was 22 before I was a town board member, I was never given monthly reports. If I wanted them, I could go seek them out.
Joanne? Where'd you
Well,
go?
just let me, since Nicole brought that up, as a town board member, it took me a year to get monthly reports.
I'm going to stay here because Joanne's, no, go ahead, Joanne. I just want him to stay there, so if there are
Okay.
any questions, he can answer them with the microphone.
Thank you. I'm Joanne Lown. I live at Horns Park Road in Hyde Park. And I thank you for having your public hearing tonight on the preliminary. I'd like to just kind of say to Jim that I did notice in the preliminary budget, the column for 2021 does not have the information that's currently in the independent audit. So being the person responsible for the fiscal affairs of the town for 35 years, I can read a budget, and I'm very familiar with the software. So there's things I tend to see that the layperson would not. So I would just ask that you do go back and make those changes and update them. Okay, tonight I just wanted to inform the public that last week, after receiving the 2024 preliminary budget, I had some questions which I filed with the members of the town board and town clerk. Because I worked for the town for 35 years managing its fiscal affairs, including budgets, I'm able to read this document and know I am qualified to give you my opinion. Thank you, John, for calling and emailing me to acknowledge the receipt of my email. John forwarded the questions to the controller for his remarks. The controller responded in writing to my concerns, but his answers were disturbing. Last Friday, I emailed John with my follow-up statements to the controller's answers. I feel it's my qualified duty to stand before you to voice and document my concerns. Please just take the time to review my original questions, Jim's remarks, and my subsequent comments. And I have a copy of everything here for the town clerk, and it'll be on record in the office of the town clerk if anybody wants to see it. Thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
I never saw any subsequent comments.
I didn't see the second one either.
Thank you.
I only got one email,
I thought you,
and I only
your
got
conversation.
the other.
No. Okay, maybe
I'll make sure everybody gets it.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I probably got to clarify that. After I did that, and I talked to you thereafter, I thought that you were emailing directly to him also. I apologize. I apologize for that. So we'll get the second round of responses. That was my error.
Okay, in fact, I just want to let each of you know, when I originally emailed my comments, I used the emails that are on the website. It came back blocked, all of you. So I didn't understand how I could get that information to you. John did pick it up, so did Donna, and then eventually, thank you, Lynn, for responding. So thank you.
Joanne, that did come through to all of us. Just
Well,
so
I'm
you-
glad, but just so you know, it did say it
Blocked on
was
your end.
blocked.
We all did get the email, and then Lynn sent it again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Joanne.
Anyone else? Okay. Yes, may I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Public is closed. Does anybody have any conflict with any of the items on tonight's agenda?
No.
No.
All right, we need to make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from the last meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. So we're not doing this today.
Should I vote on that? Motion and second. It's for vote.
For the-
Usually take a roll.
No, for the minutes. We need a motion
I
and
did.
second.
Oh, all in
But
favor?
nobody voted.
Okay. Will the clerk please take the roll call vote on the motion?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman
I
Mashiro.
was absent. So,
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Abstain.
Aye.
yeah.
We'll say you were missing.
Huh?
We'll say you were missing. Where were we? Acapulco?
Not so much.
Okay, start with your resolutions. Nicole?
Resolution 1030-1 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint Police Officer Alec Brando as a permanent full-time police sergeant for the Town of Hyde Park Police Department.
May I have a second?
Second?
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried. Is the officer here, or?
Yes, it
Yes.
does. I have a question. Does the dog get the promotion too?
I'm sorry.
Does
One
the,
that came in?
does the canine get to the promotion too?
We don't have to pay him a stipend, though? We're okay?
Canine siphon, okay, there you go.
I'll buy her extra bones.
You
I
wait for
mean,
his raise.
That was nice of him. That was nice
no
of him.
raise, no
He's like me.
extra
Sworn in, Doc?
If the family wants to come in, come right ahead, take your pictures. Stand by.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Covers the back, but it looks I'm the loudspeaker. No, I'm okay.
She's live.
Yeah, I am. Okay, raise your right hand. I, Alex Brando,
I, Alec Brando,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and faithfully discharge the duties
and faithfully discharge the duties
of permanent full-time police sergeant
of permanent full-time police sergeant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
You're so sworn. Congratulations.
Look at that.
Nice.
That's why he's got no dog hair. He's always full of dog hair.
Beautiful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We gotta get a little
Closer. Yeah, we
For your family members.
mother, father, family, wife, whatever, who's over here.
Yeah,
Son, he can come, listen, he can stand right in the front.
Stand right here in the front. Come on,
Come on, get up here.
come on, come on.
I gotta take a couple, okay, so.
Do a panoramic. Give him a- there. You know what I am?
Wanna hold the
I'm
badge?
a town supervisor. We can get you in more trouble.
We'll get it afterwards, it's fine.
Ready?
I tried.
See you. Stand by. Sorry. Perfect. Congratulations. Happy birthday.
We don't pay for the program.
But yeah, seriously.
Damn. I go real quick. It's going down, that's right, right?
Yeah, going down.
Very nice.
All right, where do you leave off? Lynn, is that you?
Lynn, number 2.
Resolution 1030-2 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve and accept performance and payment bonds for the Hyde Park Town Hall addition.
May I have a second?
Second. Oops, sorry, John.
All right, will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye, motion carried.
Resolution 1030-3 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve the release of a road opening bond for Thomas Gleason Incorporated, road locations Holt Road West, Holt Road, Madison Avenue, Pine Brook Drive, and Rothkrantz Drive.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye, motion carried.
Resolution 1030-4 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to reappoint Scott Markser to the Town of Hyde Park Recreation Commission.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
All right, will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye, motion carried.
Just like to thank Scott for his continued service. He's served on the Rec Commission for a long time now, so good to see he's back. Resolution 1030-5 of 2023, resolution amending the Resolution 912-3 of 2023, authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute a license agreement with Hyde Park Motor Company, Inc., to utilize a portion of certain property for storage and parking during construction of Town Hall.
Can you read whereas number 3?
Whereas the terms of the license agreement included a payment of $1,000 by the Town of Hyde Park Motor Company, Inc., attorney's fees related to the preparation of said license agreement.
May I have a second, please?
Second?
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Just a quick question, Al, is that just a one-time fee for the
Yes.
attorneys? Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's every week.
For an attorney, sure.
I don't know.
Resolution 1030-6 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint Ann Hampston as a temporary part-time zoning secretary for the Town of Hyde Park zoning office.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
As you all know, Ann retired, so.
I was just going to say, didn't
yeah,
she just retire?
She retired,
Just
and
retired.
while we're searching for somebody to take her position, she agreed to come on part-time for like 20 hours a week, which is nice, so that she can stay on board here and keep everything running smooth.
And help
Wonderful.
train the next one coming in.
Wonderful.
Resolution 1030-7 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Board to appoint Brendan Shannon as a full-time motor equipment operator for the Town of Hyde Park Highway Department.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 1030-8 of 2023, resolution authorizing Town of Hyde Park Town Board to approve the professional memberships for Recreation Director Robert Pollard.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 1030-9 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute an extension for the Crisis Intervention Shared Service Agreement between the County of Dutchess, the Town of Hyde Park, and other specified municipalities within Dutchess County for the year 2024.
May I have a second, please?
Second?
Thank you, Lynn. Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Resolution 1030-10 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Town Supervisor to execute an amendment and extension agreement for the Dutchess County Community Development Block Grant Program, agreement for the 2022 Beck Park Improvement Project.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
May the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried.
Added to the agenda on 10/30/23 at 2:30 PM. Resolution 1030-11 of 2023, resolution authorizing the Town of Hyde Park Building Inspector Don Westermeyer and Fire Inspector Peter Longi to attend the Mid-Hudson, New York State Building Officials Annual Business Meeting and Conference Wednesday, November 8th, 2023, at the Revel 3232 Cannon Street, Poughkeepsie, New York, 12601.
All right, may I have a second, please?
Second.
Thank you, Don. Will the clerk please take the roll call vote?
Councilwoman Noakes.
Aye.
Councilwoman Ruggiero.
Aye.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilman Prusakowski.
Aye.
And Supervisor Torrigiani.
Aye. Motion carried. New and old business. I'd like to give updates on what's going on Nicole, you want to go for your end?
Sure. Most of it is up in Statsburg. The park project, it has progressed. It's almost finished. They're finishing up the shelter, working on the mulch. The rain is holding them up. It's been a problem, but we are moving ahead. The playground is finally looking like it's going to get done, and so we're happy for that. The other thing is the flooding issue, especially the small creek that oversees its banks and floods the library area. John and I have reached out to our town engineer, Pete, who reached out to the state. A lot of that water is coming off the state property, the land that is known more for the golf course. The state's done a lot of work up there, and it's, we think, bringing a lot of the water down onto the lower part of Statsburg. They are hiring their own consultant engineer. Once they've hired that engineer, we will all meet together to see what types of resolutions we can come up with to help with that flooding area, especially behind the library. I was just up there right now before the meeting to check on the park and the flooding, and at present, there was no flooding in the parking lot, which was good considering the rain we've had for the past couple of days. And the one other thing I want to say, just a plug for Highway, with the hiring of another motor equipment operator. Winter is coming. They are expecting a snowy winter, not like last year. If you're looking for some part-time work, I can attest, it's a lot of fun to go out in the snow and be a wing. And it's a real duty. Without the wings, they can't send out the driver. And it's for safety reasons. So if you are looking for some part-time work and you're not afraid to go out in the snow, it's a fun time. And it's a lot of, it's a good job. So I just wanted to plug that for Highway.
John? Update?
It was fairly quiet, so we're waiting for some results. Like I said, we did send a letter in reference to the Hyde Park Assisted Living. We're still waiting for the response for the DOT to see if we can do the alternate location for the crosswalk between the assisted living and over to the west side of 9G, since we can't make a deal with the gas station property owner or can't locate them properly and get a communication going with the gentleman. We're trying to think about moving it just a little farther to the north and cross where there is a local resident's house. So we're working on that. We've been talking and communicating with the Hyde Park Police. As you know, it's wet and there's a lot of leaves on the road, so we're trying to still do our traffic enforcement on a lot of the side streets to slow the cars down. We're going to have trick-or-treaters out there, and a lot of people just aren't paying attention. There's a lot of accidents that are happening because people are texting, not following direction of which way to go, and it's been problematic. So we're trying to keep a handle on keeping everybody safe on the road. Also, me and the highway superintendent have been going around in Ward 3 and taking a look at some of the more flooding conditions over on Lawrence Road and Putnam Road, and we're trying to come up with some projected drainage schedules and some drainage plans on how we can solve these problems and what it's going to cost to do that. So that's also in the works. That's all I got.
I just want to add on to with the speeding and the, we are coming up into daylight savings, I believe it's Sunday, right? And so it's going to get dark earlier, and people are still, especially younger people, are still out walking on the roads or on the side of the roads. Please, slow down. It's 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes really is all you're saving. But it really could mean the difference between somebody not getting home. So I do ask, I've seen it myself, slow down. Please.
Okay, update on the town hall.
Nothing from Ward 4.
John.
I'm clear. Nothing on Ward 4 to report this meeting.
You good?
I am, sir, yes.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Lynn, you did. You good? Tell us about your vacation. No, I'm not kidding. I want to be like her when I grow up. All right, town hall, footings are poured. Obviously, the foundation walls are up, getting strong backed. The rebar's been inspected. They're pouring them tomorrow. We have to wait 7 days to try to get a cure time before we can strip. We're going to strip those and then probably pour the slab within a week. with the underground. Water main switchover is going to happen within the same time. Updating the life safety within this building is ongoing right now, and because the new building will not talk to the old building, because the old building is old, and it needs to be updated to talk to the new building. Okay, so that's all that high-tech stuff that's going on, which is great. But they're ahead of schedule as shown. We're waiting to find out the steel delivery, which, once you see the steel structure go up, everyone should get a little more excited and see the mass size of the addition. The groundbreaking went very well, very pleased with it. And even though it was a belated groundbreaking, but it was kind of exciting that you could not only look at the renditions and where you can get a feel for, oh, that's what it looks like, but you can go outside and see the mass size of the addition and the new entranceway and the elevator pit that's going down, which will be extremely upgrade and help this town hall immensely. Okay, there's some abatement that's going to happen in here. We're going to have some time off in December for 1 week. Then we'll be back in, and the main objective is to create a swing space. So that's done. We can move everybody from downstairs, everybody from zoning up here in there, and then we could come in and redo and create the 2 handicap bathrooms in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have to find a new home for a short period of time for this meeting room. We're looking at the Board of Elections building, which I think we'll be able to get because it's of great size and it will be going. And I will be meeting with my favorite guy over there who emailed me about water on Falk Hill, and we're going to have that discussion this week, okay? Because that grant's out there and I understand what you're looking at. And we're on the same page with that one too, by the way. So is John, with the Falk Hill Dam backup. And now's our time to get it done before we have till July, according to the county. So, thank you very much. Anybody have anything else? Anybody? New business.
New business. No complaining.
Okay, don't complain.
So, my name is Paul Meyer. I live at 184 Cream Street, right across from Greenfields Park. This is kind of more my first visit, just to kind of get this out in the open with you guys. Lived there for 25 years. The park is maintained beautifully. My house, I maintain beautifully. Over the past couple years, once the gazebo has gone in, if you know where I'm talking about, it has gone downhill drastically. The park is closed at dark. There's people there all the time. Hyde Park police are awesome, but they are overtaxed and overworked, and they can't take every call I've got at 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, that there's people in the park. There's drug deals going on, plenty. Most recently, and I spoke to the director of the parks 2 days ago, the ATVs are actually out in Greenfields Park doing donuts every single day between 5 and 6. It's an enormous mud pit now. State police was 2 doors down the other day because there's been 3 break-ins on a house that's getting built. And they're the ones that actually said there's no vehicles allowed in the park. No. They need to be summoned. So not only are there vehicles all during the day, but mostly between 5 and 6 is when the kids are doing donuts. You got the dirt bikes. After dark, you got the park where the parks, the cars parked during the day. They're parked there for hours at night. No lights on, just parking there. And once again, I call the police, but there's only so much they can do. And a lot of times, by the time they get there, the cars have moved, the kids have gone, but the gazebo is like the magnet for problems. Okay. So anyway, so this is sort of my first, let you guys know what's going on. But there's definitely some problems there. I don't know solutions. I mean, there's a place where a gate can go to keep the ATVs off. That's a start. Cameras are probably not the option out of a cost standpoint, but
Are they coming in through the park? Or
they're coming down from Valkill.
They're coming down from the
Come down
residential.
Valkill, they come right up by the dam, come right around the park, and then go right out between the soccer nets and just spin and spin and spin, and it's every day.
Signs up there?
The sign doesn't say no vehicles, which is, I'm
I know
surprised.
there are ones on Hackett that say
Yeah.
no vehicles.
Right,
And there
but-
are no vehicles, no motorized vehicles allowed in any of the town parks.
Yeah, so they're there all the
There's no
time.
sign currently
There's no
at
sign.
the park.
There's no sign. The other problem is the sign says park is closed after dark, but it's never locked.
No,
It's,
none of the
they,
parks are
and the
locked.
big dirt parking area there, they just park in the corner away from the light and they sit there. I mean, I can only call so many times. At this point, my wife has had it up to here. It's causing problems at home. And like I said, for 34 whatever years we've been there, it's been no problem, but lately it's bad. So, once again, this was more of just kind of let you know, hey, we've got an issue there. And the drugs as well. Part of my problem is my kids are a little older now, but it's a park for the kids. I mean, you got the kids 16 and 17 constantly throwing the rocks at the metal gazebo. There's a handicap swing. They're constantly trying to trash it. I mean, it's really turning into
Are we
being,
talking about the Creek Road location? I'm confused.
You're
It's
talking
right
about
on Cream Street.
Greenfields Park, the one with the pond.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got the
you're
pond and the
talking
ball
about
field.
Greenfields, okay. 'cause
Yeah,
when you said
Greenfields,
Cream
yeah.
Street,
It's Cream Street.
Okay.
So like I said,
Yeah, okay.
you guys' town keeps it amazing. Hyde Park Police are
It's
great
beautiful.
as
They
far
have a
as
fishing derby there.
they can get there as fast as they can, but, I can't be on the phone every night.
Isn't it surrounded by a chain link fence, that park?
No.
No,
No,
okay.
Just
there's a fence that goes around the playground area.
Oh, okay.
To, keep kids from running out into the road. And
But
I
at
think
night, there's,
talked
like I
to you
said,
once about semi-trucks parking there.
I've called
overnight.
twice. The semi-trucks pass on the word, it's a good place to park, you can sleep there overnight. You're not allowed to sleep there. My bedroom window looks at it all night long.
Right.
When they're in the park, we've had the couples out there all night arguing, screaming. The guy pulls in, and the bass on his speakers are so loud, my windows are rattling in my
I
house.
hear ya.
I can't call the police for that every single time, but it's really turning into a problem.
Do you think a lot of this activity is coming from the kids from Greenfields, or do you?
Well, the
what's your-
ATVs definitely are.
Okay.
The house that they're doing construction on now, 2 doors down from me, that had 1 million families living in it and drugs and campers in the back, it was a disgusting
I know the
mess.
Yeah.
They've since relocated around. I think a lot of them are still who hang out at the park after dark. And then I think the drugs are just, I can't say it's coming from Greenfields, but it's a little too close. There was a silver Audi that would come down, and then a red truck would pull up, and then the silver Audi would leave, the red truck would leave, and then an hour later, the silver Audi would be down, another car would come in. So it's a little conspicuous on somebody's living very close and using the park as where they're meeting people. And
I
I've
know
got
that
the,
Dutchess County wastewater has the water plant right next door to that.
they come in and out of that.
And they've been complaining about the four-wheelers coming through there, so I
Yep.
thought that they would be coming from Greenfields.
Yeah.
Can we get the county involved, the sheriff's department?
Well, I thought we had a conversation a couple months ago to ask Rob to go out and evaluate all the parks and what signage was there and what was needed, because we had some other issues with the ones over on Pine Woods.
And Pine Woods is
And the
a
Hyde
big
Park
too.
Police Chief was saying that that was getting to be a lot of activity and a lot of people weren't
We got
using
it
it
in
after
Hackett
dark.
too, and there was a homeless person living in there for
The
a
other
while.
thing too with this one, once again, I'm not looking to solve this tonight. I'll
Yeah.
be back
Right.
and,
No,
and
it's
hopefully we can work things out to figure out something. But if the sign said, park is closed after dark in several spots where you park. And if it gave, whether you guys can actually do this or not, it would be great revenue. If you could put on there, it's, $150 fine if you're in the park after dark. It might keep them out, and also something to the effect like at Vanderbilt, 15-minute parking or 20-minute not 3-hour parking in the dark after 11 o'clock. There's nothing good going on there at 3 o'clock in the
Well,
morning.
at dusk, there shouldn't be nothing going on at
There shouldn't
all,
be
so
anybody.
any
And
activity.
they are all the time,
Unless you pulled over to change your tire or something.
Yeah, they're not. And like I said, I can, I'll call the police. I'm great. If they leave, I'll call the police back and say, don't send them down.
Yeah.
Don't waste their time. These guys are gone. But for me, who lives across the street, it's turning into a full-time job.
Yeah.
So anyway, just kind of to get
Well,
that
just so
on.
you're not looking to be put on the payroll.
I'm not going out in the snowplow.
It's
Yeah,
so much
You get the
fun.
knockdown,
I'm telling you, I did it for
There you
years.
go.
It's a
There
lot
you
of
go.
fun.
So anyway, the town cops are doing a great job, but like I said, this is kind of my first the boiling. I got enough, if you guys want it, I can print them. I've got enough video on my phone of those kids doing donuts, and it's time-stamped, and it's the day. If you summoned the kid's parents, that kid won't be back. The kid right now that's out there is underage. He's not able to drive. So it's not the big ATVs right now. They're the ones that drive down the street and give me the finger as they go by. Those are the other guys.
I think the best thing to do for you is to, right now, get signage up for no vehicles, period.
Yep.
Because just after dusk doesn't cut it,
No.
but if you put no vehicles, then it makes it a lot stronger for the police department to
Yep.
issue summonses and do
Yeah, but
something.
it's our park, why are
Well,
you
are we
asking him to
allowed
do
to
it?
put a fine up
Please?
there?
No, he.
No, I didn't ask him.
No, just in
Oh, I
general.
thought you
Just in
said-
general. No, trust
Yeah,
me, I
put the
was-
signs up, and then we'll
My,
take care
my
of it.
wife would think I truly lost my mind if I was putting signs
You know,
up.
that you can fine for trespass after dark or because of the vehicles, and sure you can, you know. If
That would be
That's-
ideal.
that's
You
not
start
hap-
giving somebody fines, the word will spread fast and nobody's.
It's not in
And the
there.
other thing too, even if you didn't have a camera with footage, that costs a lot.
Can you
Even if you had a
fine a
fake
minor?
camera and said, you're on,
Dummy
smile, you're on
The problem
camera.
is they know they're dummy cameras.
They do?
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
we
it's
have
not gonna
them,
work.
you know,
I mean, for
kids are
myself
smart.
personally, with the break-ins recently, 2 doors down, 3 nights in a row, I'm actually getting, webcam deer cameras, which will actually be facing the park. So, I mean, I'll
No,
probably end up
but what
getting
you
some
do is
stuff by
You don't
chance.
fine the minor, but you can summons them in and give them community service, and
Yeah.
there's ways to get their attention.
Yep. Yeah, because right now, like I said, just as I was coming and getting ready to come down here, he's out there with his buddy on the back, and they're just spinning around between. And the other day, there was a guy playing soccer, probably one of the
so
college
they're
guys.
ripping up the soccer fields.
Oh, it's all, I got pictures. It's all circles, donuts everywhere. And now that it's muddy and rainy, it's a mess.
Yeah, it's trap.
Yeah. So anyway, so thanks for your attention, and at least you guys are aware.
Thank you for bringing
and-
it to our
Yeah,
attention.
yeah. And like I said,
Absolutely.
I've got pictures and stuff I'll print out. You guys can have them, whatever you want to do with them is fine. And if you have any questions, I'm right across the street from the park.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Anyone else, anything? Richard, no? You're so peaceful when you come here.
So quiet tonight.
All right, anything else?
That's it.
No? Don?
No, I'm good.
All right. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.
So if you got a minute, it's been appreciative, Joe, so